Now, ever wondered kung bakit itong mga banking companies, lahat nangungulit doon na if face out na daw nila ang SMS OTP. Now, I know na ang dami sa atin gumagamit ng SMS OTP to be a second layer ng protection sa inyong account. Banking account, email account ninyo, and the list goes on. So, the moment that you key in your password, magsisend ng text message sa'yo na OTP para to authenticate na ikaw nga talaga yon, para makapasok ka doon sa account mo. Pero sabi nila, unsafe daw? Lahat ng yan pag-usapan natin right after this quick intro. Now, SMS OTP might not be as safe as you think. Now, siguro yun isa sa pinaka-popular na second layer of protection or more popularly known as two-way authentication. May password ka na, may OTP ka pa ilalagay to feel na mas secured, which is medyo hindi na siya ganon nag-catch up sa technology. Kasi tumatalino na rin mga hacker friends natin. And ang issue na rin si BDO, si Metrobank, si BPI na mga messages sa akin na we will be phasing out the SMS OTP after July 17. Later siguro in this video, tuturuan ko kayo paano i-activate lang yung bagong MFA ng BDO or probably the other banking app na meron ninyo. But let us discuss kung bakit hindi na safe ang SMS OTP to begin with. I'm pretty sure na sobrang hassle sa yan. Pero on some of my personal experience with SMS OTP, minsan honestly sobrang hassle din siya. Imagine mo, nag-aantay ka ng SMS OTP, 3 minutes na, 5 minutes na, wala pa rin, kailangan mo mag-resend new OTP. Ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments kung gano'n nga talaga ka-hassle si SMS OTP. I've had my nightmares sa SMS OTP na nag-aantay ng 10 minutes, 15 minutes at hindi dumarating OTP. And the worst case, if pag nag-abroad ka and kailangan mo na yung OTP at hindi dumarating. For instance, pumunta ako sa Japan, okay? So, gamit ko ang video credit card ko, which is linked to my smart account number. So, dun natural magsisend ng SMS OTP for security purposes. Bumimbili ako ng fast pass ng Disneyland. So, agawan yon, pila na maaga, paunahan kayo, magbayad para makuha mo yung fast pass sa Disneyland sa Tokyo. Hindi dumating. Kasi, for some reason, so I was forced to use another card, which is hassle, di ba? Pero luckily, yung isang card ko naka-MFA, which is the multi-factor authentication. Yun yung bagong technology. Well, hindi naman siya bago. Much better ng SMS OTP. Ginagamit lang niya is biometrics mo, which is siyempre, ikaw lang meron nun. Unless na gamitin ng asawa mo, anak mo, pagtulog ka to authenticate a payment. Mag-ingat kayo dyan. Now, let's get directly to bakit hindi ganun ka-okay na si SMS OTP that requires them to phase out totally. One is sobrang siyang prone sa phishing attacks. Yung mga hacker friends natin, gumagamit sila ng mga fake email, fake text messages, or even fake calls to get yung OTP mo. I never imagined na one of my friend, hindi ko na disclose na tinawagan siya ng so-called BPI agent to log in yung kanyang account sa BPI. Then meron silang kailangan i-tweak kasi may problema sa account niya. Then nag-send ng OTP and truly binigay nga niya OTP niya without verifying, and ayun, na-wipe out yung laman ng BPI account niya. Sad to say. I'm not sure kung magkano na-wipe out, pero I think naubos yung savings niya. Dahil na-fish out yung kanyang OTP. Ganun kadelikado. Second is SIM swapping. Pag yung hacker, medyo may mga insider sa loob ng mga telco, GlobeSmart dito or whatever telco, makakapag-access siya ng iyong SIM card. Maniwala ka sa hindi na kaya nila i-clone or siguro ipadalas kanila yung SIM card replacement mo na dapat para sa'yo, papuntas kanila and doon nila gagawin lahat ng mga pagnanakaw nila sa'yo. Especially, pwede na i-hack yung social media account mo, email mo, and lalo na yung banking apps mo, yung laman ng bank mo. Yun, sobrang delikado yan. The third one is yung man in the middle or tinatawag nilang fake website na mukhang totoo. Siguro the people na medyo mabilis na mauto dito are yung mga tito-tita level, yung mga hindi masyado mateki, yung tipo magsisend siya ng SMS na kailangan mo mag-login dito para ma-claim mo yung mga whatever bonuses mo, kiklik sila doon. So, if you fish out na yung OTP mo, yun ang one of the dangers, no? So, si NTC, sobra sila nagbabarage nito to be careful sa mga links na sinesend ng mga kunaring telco, no? Makita, magugulat ka. Si Globe yan eh. Pero, pag-usapan natin later kasi nakahak ang cell towers. But this one is more on makakaklik ka ng mga fake na website. Akala mo tunay. Papasok mo credential mo, username, password, and hingi ng OTP. Pero little did you know, and yung OTP mo papasok sa tunay na website, doon makukuha na lahat ng credential mo. And eventually, papalitan nila password mo para hindi mo na ma-access and you're dead. And the fourth one is meron silang tinatawag na SS7 exploit or tinatawag nila Signaling System 7 na protocol. So itong mga rerouters na to, ira-route nila yung mga messages, mga OTP pins mo papunta dun sa magnanakaw or yung hacker before it even reach you. So probably there are times na I'm beginning to wonder kung bakit kailangan ko mag-resend OTP, resend OTP, resend OTP. Hindi kaya dahil na-hack na ako. The fifth one is SMS interceptor or mga fake cell sites, cell towers. So, anong ginagawa ng mga to? Sila yung mga nagsisend ng mga peke messages, no, na may links na i-click mo. Or sila rin ang nag-i-intercept din ng mga messages na intended for you. Ganon kalupit ito mga fake cell site na to, which is kaya nilang gawin, no? And I think, if tama ako, it happens lang sa mga 2G and 3G na cell site na very vulnerable, mabilis i-hack. Pero if I'm correct, si 4G and si 5G, hindi pa nila ma-hack yan. The sixth one is the SMS mobile malware. There are some malwares like the Eurograbber na app na pag na-install mo accidentally sa inyong phone without you knowing, kaya pala nila kunin yung SMS OTP mo and i-rechannel doon sa intended na receiver, which is the hacker. Ganun pala, no? I mean, yun yung mga tinatawag nilang malwares that steals your information. And one of the most important one is yung SMS OTP mo na natatanggap mo to log in yung account mo. So you have to be double careful with that. And the seventh one, ito hindi ko pa na-experience no. I'm not very sure about this one. Online access sa SMS message. I have never tried that na pwede pumasok yung mga SMS messages ko sa online. Unless siguro it's Viber, it's WhatsApp, it's WeChat, or it's Messenger. Pero text messages, I personally never experienced. Pero from my research, from what I know, is that pwede daw to ma-breach. There are certain telco na nagpo-provide ng services to view your text messages online. Hackable pala daw ito. I'm not sure with GlobeSmart and dito, parang never ko nakita tong technology na ito. Pero at least you're just aware na hackable daw yung mga these types no na online na text messaging. Pwede mong view online. Masyado siyang high-tech pero high-tech din ng hacker. Di ba? Now, quickly turuin ko lang sa inyo some of the steps na ginawa ko with my Metrobank app kung paano ko in-enable yung app key or yung MFA na sinasabi nila. So, since the last day ng SMS OTP is last July 17 and today is already July 20 upon shooting this video, pakita ko lang kayo, walkthrough ko lang kayo quickly kasi iba-iba rin per brand, per bank ang kanilang way of authenticating. But most of them are very self-explanatory. First is to turn on yung app key mo. Ino-notify ka, enhance or enable yung app key mo for better security. This one enables na ikaw lang pwede gumamit nito. With your biometrics, either yung fingerprint mo or yung face scan mo, ikaw lang makaka-access nito. And only through your device, itong phone mo na registered, ang makakagamit lang with that app. Hackers na may ibang cellphone, ibang laptop, tablet, hindi nila ma-access yung account mo. So next, magsisend sa'yo ng OTP code itong si Authenticator and papasok mo ng SMS OTP mo. Just for the first time. Tatanong sa'yo kung enable yung biometrics, mag-guess ka lang. And then your app key is activated. Makita mo na enable na yung app key mo just for this phone. Mine is the Xiaomi 17 Ultra by Leica. So, naka-activate lang siya dito lang sa phone ko. Not anywhere else. Probably the only danger na lang is pag nawala itong smartphone mo. So, you have to be ready and kailangan mo i-on ang Android loss mo to shut down this phone in case of loss. So, probably we can talk about that on a separate video kung paano i-enable yung Android loss, Apple loss, or whatever loss it is. And it's better be safe than sorry. So I hope guys may natutunan kayo dito sa video na ito on how to enable yung bagong MFA ng mga banking apps. And probably you can do so din sa inyong mga email, sa inyong mga social media para makaiwas kayo ng mga hacking na mangyayari sa inyo in the near future. So if you find this video helpful, ano ba naman isang like and isang subscribe dito sa aking channel. For me, it goes a long way for me to help you guys even furthermore. So until then, I'll see you in my next video.